The goal of our presentation today is to encourage strong reading instruction. Strong reading instruction skills are developed over time. Today's presentation is designed to assist you in this in two ways. This portion of the presentation focuses on the importance of classroom environment, the realities of teacher isolation, collaboration with others, and commitment to your chosen instructional strategies. From time to time, we will pause to discuss and practice actual comprehension strategies that should be used in your reading instruction in your own classroom. Teaching reading can be so overwhelming. I remember my first year teaching. I was given a nearly brand new classroom that was completely empty. I had students taught in 4th grade, but I was now going to teach kindergarten. Add to that, my assistant was new. And to top it off, a third of my class spoke no English. I was supposed to teach these rambunctious 5-year-olds how to read. Some had never even held a pencil. I was in over my head. I hope that your first experiences teaching reading were not as daunting as mine, and I hope that next year is even better for you. Let's take a moment to pause right here so that I can give you some directions in real time about how we will proceed with the first part of this professional development session. According to Day, Connor, and McClelland in their 2015 article about behavior, regulation, and literacy, the learning environment is an important piece of reading instruction. This environment influences a student's literacy achievements as well as their abilities to regulate their own behavior. So, how does the classroom environment influence reading? According to the research from the Day, Connor, and McClelland article, children who were in classrooms where more time in disruptions, transitions, and waiting showed weaker literacy skill gains compared to children in classrooms with lesser amounts of such unproductive, non-instructional time. The same article also revealed that the classroom environment and the incoming characteristics of the students themselves influence development of behavioral regulation and literacy. So what can I do to create the best classroom environment for literacy achievement? Every teacher wants to create the best possible classroom environment for their students. It starts with building a routine. The authors of the Daily 5 discuss muscle memory as a key to building a successful routine. The idea is to teach students correct behaviors through discussion, modeling, and practice. The cycle repeats itself as students gradually increase their stamina to remain on task. The result is students who have practiced the correct learning behaviors so often that they begin to perform them independently for increasingly longer periods of time. Another key to positive classroom environment is to be prepared as the teacher. This can be a difficult thing to do given limited planning and preparation time. However, the time it takes to prepare for the next day pays off handsomely with a more behaviorally regulated class. The more regulated the classroom, the less time the teacher spends disciplining and more time teaching reading. 2 more comprehension strategies include summarizing information and monitoring and clarifying understanding. Let us pause here for directions before attempting this task. Research indicates that beginning teachers often do not stay long enough to become veteran teachers. Among the top reasons for leaving are poor student behavior, large caseloads, and excessive paperwork. These realities can quickly overwhelm any teacher. After all, we are trained and hired to teach. In their article, Pathways to Burnout, researchers found that these issues complicate teachers' best intentions and often lead to feelings of ineffectiveness, loneliness, and alienation. For this reason, teachers must learn to collaborate with one another. Find someone you can talk to about the problems you face in your classroom. Don't be ashamed if you can't control some student behavior or your middle of the year test scores look like your students have gone backwards, even the most experienced teachers deal with these frustrations. Let the teachers around you share their struggles and successes with you. Be open-minded and willing to listen to the advice experience has to offer. As your more experienced colleagues share what they have learned over the years, know that what you implement in your classroom and how you implement it is up to you. One mistake teachers often make is to try too many strategies at once. I have found this especially true in reading. Once you've made a thoughtful, researched choice about the type of instruction you will deliver, commit to it. Do not fall into the trap of trying this program for a few days and that program for a few more days and another program. When you do this, you find yourself at the end of the year and you've started over so many times that your students have not had the opportunity to sufficiently grow. I'm not saying not to revamp your instruction if it's not working. Merely give your instructional methods a chance before overhauling your plans completely over and over again. Many times, your instruction just needs a little tweaking to fit your students' unique needs. Let us pause another moment to recap the information and clarify any misunderstandings. In conclusion, let's review the main points of this presentation. 1. Teaching reading is overwhelming. Classroom environment plays an important role in student achievement. Routines and preparedness are effective ways to promote behavioral regulation. Teachers often feel isolated. Collaborating with others is an imperative to teacher success. Commit to your chosen instructional methods. Thank you for viewing this presentation with me. We are now going to take a few moments to think about what we have learned and to dig a little deeper into the content.